stay ready.
Hey, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're live on a motherfucking Monday. And I'm super excited, man. Today's not a regular day. Today's a special day. Scoot in, bro. You're being blocked by the mic. Maybe I did that, actually. I did do that. That's okay. You know what? Let me just turn the peak up. Plus, the splitter makes us not hear everything as well, which sucks. But anyway, yo, Mark motherfucking Vasqueze in the motherfucking building, bro. This is my brother. This is my motherfucking dog. Since years now, been making music. You guys know his fucking voice. You should know his face. But if you don't, now, look, that's it. That's the face.
Yeah.
Face of Mark. Yeah, man. So I'm super excited. The one thing that's dope about me and Mark is that if you put us in a room together, insanity will happen. We talk about the craziest shit. An early day Matt video. Joe Pope in the motherfucking building. What's up, big dog? Joe. I got Mark. I got Mark in the flesh. It's an exciting day. Yeah, man, we're early today, dog. Fuck, I hate that the splitter makes shit lower because I feel like I'm yelling now. Am I yelling? Can you hear me?
That sounds good.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
I'm used to doing it, like, I guess blasted in my head.
You can have it blast. I mean, I got you on one of them. I got one of these right here.
What?
It's what I usually use.
Also, the plan today, man, is super chill. We might make some music. We might make some songs. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, cool. And then, ooh, you can up the volume in what we're hearing?
Yeah. You just have to plug this into like a wall.
Alright, bet.
Yeah.
I got a shit right here. Yeah, I got you.
You plug this bad boy in.
Okay. You about to teach me something, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Or actually, I think you might need.
Oh, do I have room?
I think you might need.
Yeah, I think I'm plugging TV. Can you tell me what is real? Did somebody tell you how to feel?
Yeah, once you plug it in, I'll
What
switch.
would be the color of your peel? Alright, which one is the TV? Xbox, because I ain't using that. Assuming it's going to be this. Just watch the Xbox light turn off. Yeah! Come on now. Plugged in.
Alright, so you would plug that out right there. Here, that's your microphone.
Oh, so you stick it in there and then we stick this in there?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking dope, dude. Alright.
Go ahead.
Oh, you don't need to. Oh, take the big one out.
Yeah, the big one. There you go. In we go.
Little technical difficulties.
Alright, now give me one of your microphones. Or the whole thing. Yeah, well, that's going to be both of us.
Oh, whoops.
But, honestly.
No, let's not use a splitter because it changes it.
Yeah, so do you have and then make this big?
Yeah, that's in mine. Do you have another big one?
Yeah, I got one for me.
Out of context, this would sound pretty weird.
Is this coming off? Oh, okay, it's just Alright, now you can control. This is your controller, so you can up or down.
Bro, that is amazing. It sounds crispy too, bro. It sounds super crispy. Can I also change the volume of the music I'm hearing? Oh, the right side just went out.
Just it's probably
just wiggle it. Okay, yeah, that worked.
Put it right there.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all, bear with us, man. Mark's introducing some new technology, which is amazing. Because at least from my end, that shit sounds super fucking crispy. Yeah, I think I gotta just tighten this shit.
There you go. Okay, I'm good.
This one right here, the second one, the third one.
Two.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, that's crispy.
Yeah,
In fact, I could turn the gain down now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
You know what's kind of gonna suck because it might get a little hot in this bitch because it's hot outside, but I'm gonna turn the AC off. Ooh.
It's okay. It's better.
Keep it on.
Cold outside, huh?
Okay. All right.
We're good. What is that? That's the fanny fan.
No, just this. That loud noise.
Man.
It's the AC. It gets hot again. I'll turn that bitch back on. Yeah, man.
Word to your mother.
Word to your mother. I'm excited, bro. We got Mark in the motherfucking building. Yeah, man. I say like no plans. I don't think we should like force ourselves to write something. I mean, if we do, we're gonna come up with an incredible song. But I say we just talk shit. Show them the depths of our personality. Maybe talk. Yeah. Another thing. Mark is helping me to produce a podcast for me, man. So I got really good news about that. We're about to do a podcast, and this is kind of maybe a test run for that. Like we'll focus on just talking shit.
Definitely.
You know?
I think either way, the voice needs to come out. The things that, I mean, half the time we're in the studio, we're just like, I wouldn't say half the time. It's just in between the windows.
No, we're working, but every second in between, we're
it's
talking
not like
crazy
a time
shit.
Limit. It's just like while you're going. It's kind of like how basketball players talk shit on the court. It's like there's an art of talking, like of making the sport a little more fun.
Well, I think I got an idea of where we're coming from when we do it too, and what we're talking about is just the fucking hilarity that ensues, like the crazy shit. We'll be doing deep songs about death and man's inhumanity to man, and losing people we love, or maybe he's making a song about the love for his daughter, and it's just beautiful and sad, and then he'll come outside and be like, yeah, I remember when I was 16, I got my dick sucked by this girl, and then everybody said she was a tranny, and then we found out she was just ugly, and then it's like, we just have these crazy conversations. It's like, oh man, I'm glad she was just ugly, dog. And
she was just ugly, dude.
But you know what I think shit like that does? It breaks up the monotony, bro. Because if you sat there and I made a Dead Dad song, and then we got together, we made a song, I Don't Want to Die Alone, talk about the tragedies of life.
Oh, definitely on the songs that are more sadder.
Would be the craziest in the session.
Would be like the most, like you were either getting clowned on, or you were
100%.
Getting looked at funny, or made fun of ruthlessly at those times. But that deserves it. I mean, that's what comes with being vulnerable.
Wait, hold on. You saying y'all be clowning on me while I'm vulnerable in the studio?
Well, there is a glass in between us. And there is button that you push, you could hear what's on the other side of the glass.
So all of that laughter, y'all weren't laughing with me? You were laughing at me?
Well, no, there's a talk button.
Yeah.
That when you push
hit the button, I hear you.
I make sure when I say something, I tell them don't push the button.
Damn.
And then me and
we're learning news together here, guys. I thought I had a real tight support system. Turns out I was just being made fun of this whole time.
Yeah, and then I'll tell Chris to push the button and say some regular shit. So we do it like it would.
Oh, you'll be like, yo, isn't he? Like, look how ugly he is. Oh my god, look at it. Look at his big ass nose keeps hitting the microphone. Ugly piece of shit. Hit it real quick. Yo, you're doing great, dog. Fucking fire.
You want any coffee? Don't spill it this time, because you spilled the.
Nah, that's That's coming into the middle of the session. Why did it sound? Was that mine? Oh god. Hello?
You good? Hello? I can hear him. I'm good. You good?
Yo. Yeah, it just got lighter. I don't know if that was my. Yo, why does yours go all the way and mine sticks out?
Mine's like professional, bro. My shit's like. This one is.
No. I mean, like you see, like, am I supposed to push that, like, deeper into the? I don't know how to say that without.
Yeah, they want you to.
They want you to put it all the way in there.
You know why? Because this is like a screw one, and that one is like not a screw one. Like that one's like a. That one's like a one that you just stick. You just
stick it in. So I bought a screw one with a stick it in one.
You brought a screw one with a stick it in one, but like look at this one.
It's just technical shit.
Stick it in.
He said, no. See, what had happened was.
No.
Oh, I like that, man. Joe had a dope idea. Joe said,
how does that sound?
How would you rank some of the top songs? Oh, I think he was asking you, actually.
Yeah. How would you rank some of the top songs?
That me and you have done, I guess.
Dude,
I think maybe like, Mark can show you how to use your tech. Nah, Joe, that's your job, bro. That's your job.
That's your job, Joe.
That's your job, Joe.
All right, repeat the question. Like,
he said after all these streams, we still have technical. Yeah, bruh, I bought this shit cheap, dog. Bear with me.
This shit's on.
Also, he's introducing new technology.
It's not really that new. This is pretty old technology, but new to you.
New to the stream.
New to the stream.
My computer's not used to having extra wires and shit.
Extra wires.
Hey, don't be judging me, good eye, bro. Over there with your fucking 20/20 vision. Whatever, It doesn't go all the way in. It doesn't matter. I hear it better now than I did before.
All right.
Boom.
So yeah, how would you rank the songs? Like the best songs we've done? Is that what?
That probably makes more. Well, honestly, dog, there's some. like when you ask that, Joe, it's hard for us because if there's 20 songs out there that we've done or 10 songs released that we've done, there's about 40 songs that we haven't even dropped yet. So I don't even know where your mind would go.
Yeah, me and Matt were making songs with like other producers even before like we've landed knowing the same, kind of people. We were out in these streets, doing.
No. He's saying between our collaborations for sure. Not what's our favorite songs. They're saying out of the Matt and I Mark songs, what are the favorite? But even then, you got 5 years of us just almost
we got
every
so
other.
many songs that are like.
Yeah.
I think there's still so many that
I haven't even dropped.
Where we were just kind of like. Just a vibe in the studio, and we didn't even really release them because we're like, this is I don't know, man. I wouldn't even classify it as like.
Oh, I could classify why a lot of our songs haven't been released.
Right
now, I could do it right now.
Yeah. And
it's a testament to your talent, my brother. Is we'd be in the studio, you'd be like, "Yo, I got this dope idea." You play the guitar, we make the beat, you sing the chorus, everything's fire. And then I would write my shit on the spot, so that way, like, I was so excited. I'm like, I just want to get it done. Yeah. And then when it comes out and I listen to it, I'm like, yo, Mark took time and energy to create a dope ass beat, make a beautiful chorus, and then like the Free Bird, that bird song, the bird don't care if you fly away. Yeah. To that day, that's our best. In my opinion, not only is that our best song, that song is gonna blow the fuck up on some level.
Never came.
It can't come out because I never did my verses on that shit are trash, bro. I don't give a fuck with anybody. I'll show y'all some of these tracks too. My shit is trash compared to the level of art that it deserves, because I'm basically free. Like, it's not trash in the sense I'm not fucking trash. The flow is dope. The lyrics are dope.
Yeah.
But what you made was like, oh, this could be one of my best songs.
Yeah.
I got to come back and do it. And then I just write so much. I end up not.
See, that's the thing is like when you do something that's the dope part, that is a give and take of artistry, when people are like. Sorry to like go away from the question, but having like the ability to one up each other, like see a talent and be like, all right, like I don't want to write this verse because I need to come like better. I need to do another verse, and sometimes we be doing that so much because it's like one of us will just stunt so hard in their part of the song, and it would just be like, damn, like you just feel like shit because you're like. Dude, I just wrote some simple shit. Like in that chorus, like for instance, for that song, like I don't even know what I'm saying. Like it doesn't even make sense, which it didn't have to make sense.
It makes so much sense to me, and I think anyone that hears it will make their own meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the best songs.
The bird don't. Remember, I asked you what it meant, and this I'll never forget because all right, the chorus in this is the bird don't care if you fly away, but with him singing, actually maybe just sing that shit.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Right. So I asked him, I was like, yo, so what's that mean, bro? Because, like, it means so much to me. And we're sitting there smoking. He's like, well, the bird don't care. That was
it's about, like,
the bird don't care. I'm like,
that's
all right.
particular song. Yeah, particular song. It's like, the biggest thing for us, if, like, you were to levitate and come off the ground, everyone would be shook. Like, right away, right? That's, like, the biggest, like and so like but if you did that no matter what, like you defied fucking gravity and you fucking just like a bird's just like
no, I feel like flying ain't shit to Superman. It's the rest of us that are like, yo, that motherfucker, it's a bird, it's a plane. But to him, he's like,
but it's just like metaphorically, like for anything, like you always do something. There's always someone that's like whatever, or you didn't do enough or shit or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like a motivation to keep going. And but yeah, I think there was other songs too that we had that were like super raw, and it's just like because I started my career just doing like acoustic music, like doing acoustic, like that's what I would show up in a room or do, like only acoustic and rapping and singing, like that's it, like some kind of like shit like that. So I got real. So when we rap like that, it's always just like dope. It has that vibe of like you could take this shit anywhere. You know what I mean? Do this shit like on the side of the road, or like all you need is like a guitar and a like and raps and whatever. It's kind of like a beach vibe too. Like I was like a good,
some of them do. But like I go back to like outside in the snow. I remember when you first shared like the vibe of that one with me. I remember hearing that and just being like, "Yo, I'm honored to have this on my catalog." Just because it's Outside in the Snow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's, I mean, I'm going back.
Yeah. That was I think when we did that session.
Because sonically, that shit was just fucking beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I was like, even the producer I was working with at the time was like, "Fuck, dude, I haven't seen you sing or rap like that. I didn't even know you had that because you brought out something out of me that was like the younger me. Because I was making beats and rapping and shit since I was like 13. I was already like producing.
Was that a lo-fi one?
Yeah, that was with lo-fi. And then so we had we had like sessions like there at that studio, and then but once we started in like the big studio, like the studio we work out of now, it's like at the Chambers, it's just forever changing because you have like speed and you have the court to play with of like.
Hey, Milburn's in the motherfucking house.
How fast
got Phillip?
You can see
got
our product
Leanne.
come out.
Hell yeah!
So we worked in many kitchens, you know.
Oh yeah, man.
But when
for years, way before we even. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you too. I've been in and out of studios since I was 12 years old.
Yeah, man. I think like the first time you took me to a Dog Pound studio, and we were there, and you fucking like told off the dude, and then you fucking like. And
the week before that, I beat the shit out of the fucking engineer.
And we were like,
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. You taught me like, yeah, motherfucker, you're spending money, like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. And then like, you know, just we're getting out. And then I don't
want them to think I'm an asshole. It's just I became cool with these people and got like they had great connections and great vibes. And then one day I went there and the engineer was drunk talking shit and said some anti-Semitic shit, and I put my hands on him, beat the dog shit out that motherfucker.
Funny about studios?
And then a week later their wires were making sounds and we just paid. So yeah, I remember that. I was like, nah, fuck that, we're leaving. And then we left. And then no disrespect to the owner of the studio. That dude's cool as fuck. I love that dude.
Technical
had nothing to do with him.
Yeah, they fixed it right after we left.
Yeah, they fixed it after we left. And then I still feel bad to this day because I've met dude before and he showed me mad love, and he's the first rapper who I've ever owned. I ever went out and purchased something from him. But if you remember, he hit us back and he's like, "Yo, come back to the studio. Warren G's here. Dude, you got to come meet Warren G." And we're already an hour away, and we were making one of the dopest songs ever. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I can't leave. We're in the middle of making music, but I'd love to meet Warren G. But there's no way we're gonna finish this song and get back there. Warren's still there.
No, Matt's like, we're gonna go to this Dog Pound studio. We're gonna go hang out. We're all like chilling, fucking. I'm like halfway in my pool game, and I can hear.
By the way, the one he's talking about is when I did the song with Crooked Eye. I was invited there to do my verse, and then everybody heard my verse, and they're like, "Oh, bro, doors open here anytime you want." And we were already recording at the Chambers. Not to cut you off, I just wanted to give them the backstory.
Yeah, that's what happened.
But we were already recording. Like I've been recording at this one spot, but I'm like, "Yo, these are." Fucking Crooked Eye was there, and when Crooked Eye was there and I was recording, Lazy Bone fucking walked in, and I'm like, "Yo, Lazy, I'm no crazy. I never met Lazy." It was really fucking wild experience.
What I didn't tell you was I'm in the other room and I'm hearing all the technical difficulties, but I'm just like praying, like, man, just fix it. Come on, man. Like,
it would have been good for us to have recorded that there,
because
to be honest.
Then you were just like, let's bounce, and I was just like, man, they had a kitchen. And they had like, you know, they
had everything, bro. That shit was legit. And you know what's funny too? And we can still go there, by the way. I'm just dumb for not going. I just felt after that happened, it's like I beat dude up, and then we left mid session and kind of in like an angry kind of whatever. I don't know. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it was the vibe though.
But dude came to the Devin the Dude show though. Mm-hmm. That was the owner. So I mean he.
Yeah, super cool people.
Still good people.
Technical difficulties do exist. They're out there, you know. A percentage of time is how fast you can get shit going. That's why if there's a flow, you gotta really catch it, because it's like that's how you come up with like tracks that are fucking, I don't know, like probably like one of those like Everything's Good. I think the song, once we did Everything's Good, we're like, okay, we know how.
That was the night we did that. I think that was that night that we did.
Lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
And that was like just an hour of like everything work. You know what's fucking crazy about that song, bro? It's the only song that we have that's not on the beat. Like if you try, you can't put a click to it. It has like its own
BPM?
time. No, but it has like it's like
Because
just,
we made it live. It's basically a
it
live
I think
acoustic
we were just
song.
working so fast and like whatever, like, you know, and we were going and so yeah, the other day we had to put a click. I had to put the click to the track to perform it live.
I was thinking by the way,
I had to like manually put the click in the whole song.
You wanted me to do an edited version of that. And I remember I gave you shit, and I listened to that song the other day, and I was like, you know, not only should I do an edited version of that just so you have a radio version, but I should do it more chill because the song's more chill. One thing that I hate about that song, even though it's probably one of the best songs.
Oh
we
yeah,
did,
you told me. Yeah.
I'm cutting. I'm
yeah,
like,
you're giving it your all.
I'm like screaming on that shit, and it's a fucking acoustic song. Like I'm pretending you're it's heavy metal or something. I don't fucking know what's wrong with me.
I don't know. We were in a moment, and it
worked. It worked in a moment, but now I wish that song existed in a more chill space. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, there's a lot of honestly, just getting art out is already hard enough. So like, once it's out and you can critique it, like, or you could do anything with it, like, who cares? But as far as like like getting it out and doing it is like what is such a fucking achievement. Like, you have to really.
Let's go back real quick and see what they were talking about.
You gotta do something. But yeah, that track went hard, bro. That's like one of my favorite tracks for sure.
What, hey y'all, what is that King number 2, like the Crown number 2, Crown number 3 thing? Is that like y'all comment the most or you guys support the most? I mean, I want to know just so I can. I mean, y'all do. Y'all 3 are the fucking ones. So, or does that mean y'all were the first 3 here? I don't know. Let me know if you know. But yeah, I wanted to see. Joe said, play some of your new stuff. Mark maybe hasn't heard. Like what's coming this Friday or Pale Horse come around Sunday. Oh, bro, Mark's heard most. Mark's heard most of that shit. You gotta understand, y'all. Like, so all right. So let's say I'm going to the studio. I got 10 songs. Like my process is I got 10, 15 songs. Let's say written. Let's say 10 of them are done. There's 5 in the works, and me and Mark have nothing written. I'm still calling Mark, being like, "Hey, bro, I'm going to the studio this day. If you can make it, be there. Bring the guitar. Come with ideas. Let's make some shit." You know what I'm saying? And then at some point, we always get together and make some shit. So
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, Mark.
I always have
even
like everything ready for Matt on a Matt session because you never know what could happen. Like you just, you know, you're like, fuck. I remember sometimes like, I mean, anything could happen at a 12-hour session. Yeah. That shit could. It's a. To me, it's like a game of golf, like a long game of golf. Like, you gotta be. There's like sessions in a 12-hour session. You gotta be on your shit. You gotta make sure the last hour is just as impactful as the first hour you put in.
Oh yeah, you gotta stay focused, man. It's easy to
cut off time because
waste money and time just chilling.
And that's the way that the professionalism is like something that you have to get when you're like, I'm gonna try to do 25 tracks. And it's like somebody would be like, "You're fucking out of your mind," and be like,
"No, we can get it done.
We're gonna get 30 done."
The only time shit gets fucked up if extra people come and you want to spare their feelings, right? Because if me and you are talking,
so many hearts get broken.
Yeah, because me, like I could be in middle of a story and Mark will be like, "I'm going back in the bro, I love you, shut up, I gotta go back in the studio," and vice versa. I'm like, "Hey, cool, shut up, let me go finish it." It's just part of the game. Like you're paying for that time. You know, it ain't no time to fuck around.
I think like there's a studio part where you have to leave your whole feelings in a way. You have to get, you know, you have to have your fucking your talent on display, like, but you also have to have like your feelings like at the door, because what's going on in there is fucking super like that whole cast.
It's magic.
Right?
It's magic and science,
it's fucking
bro.
Like there's something going on in that room where like you have to fucking understand, like, especially me and Matt, like the same way when like our brains work the same way, so they're going 10 paces, like 20 places at one time.
That's also that's where Indy will come in sometimes too.
Yeah.
In fact, I sometimes me and him don't do that. We'll just be like da 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 da, just and remember that and da da da. We'll be going on, and Indy will be like, both of y'all shut the fuck up when you go in the studio. You know what I mean? It's just part of the.
I think I think you have a zone that's easily noticeable when you have this thing where you're writing, and it's like this it's like there's a dome around you that you can't get to, and it's like let them cook in that shit, and then once you're done with that shit, you're good. All you need is like fucking 15 minutes, and you fucking have the whole fucking shit wrapped up. Just give that man your space for 15 minutes. Let him do whatever. Let him get that process through, and then
You know what I'm doing right now too? I'm putting just in the search bar Matt Mark just to see what unreleased shit pops up, and we'll play some of the shit for him.
And the motherfucking the last 4 bars come inside the booth. You know, metaphorically. You
never want to nut in the booth.
You never want to,
unless you got somebody's in there with you.
You leave room for magic, But yeah, I remember one time you went in the studio and you fucking like threw out your voice and then you rested for like, I'm like, this guy's not coming back.
Yeah.
And then it took like, and I don't know, like you were down for like maybe an hour, maybe 2, and then you came back and you finished the session and like the best tracks
all came after that.
After that. I was like...
Well, I remember I shut the fuck up. I went in the corner, rolled me some blunts, got some tea.
Yeah.
I just stewed, bro. I was mad. Like, I just wasted all this fucking money. But you were in there just making beats and making...
Yeah,
you were keeping the session going.
We kept the session going. And then but
you
came back like fucking... You came back, bro. Like the dead. And I was just like...
Yeah, I remember that was a good session.
That was something holy happened, bro. Like I can't even explain it. That was crazy. That gives me chills just thinking about it.
Much love, Jay. Joe Pope with the support.
Joe Pope. All right, so what you pulling up?
So I was trying to pull up some songs, but my computer's so overloaded with shit. It'd probably actually be easier if I found it on my phone and then just transferred it. But yeah, and Joe said something earlier that I wanted to see because he had an idea. It was like something like maybe like listen to some of our old songs or.
Yeah, we have.
Okay. How would you rank some of the top songs you both have done? Maybe Mark can show you how to use your tech. No, that was the first thing he said. I went too far back.
That's funny.
Play some of your new stuff. Mark's heard most of that shit.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard everything. Well, there's a lot of new shit that. Dude, there's so many songs that
you were chilling in the studio when I made them.
Yeah. And plus I have like a lot of beats that there's just folders of like Matt's beats. So I could just write a beat and hear your voice on it and be like, "All right, this is a Matt beat right here." For sure.
Hell yeah.
Just some jazzy, some boom bappy,
basically some nice drums and something that makes me feel something, bro. We got a motherfucking hit, dog.
Something you go, see?
Yeah.
Okay, so that song,
I've never done that on your songs. Have I ever done that on your songs? No. Yeah, no, I retired that by the time you
that song like just pops up, like those songs pop up in a shuffle sometimes and while we're in the car with my kids. I hate that they
even exist, but I love. Oh, your kids like it?
Yeah, dude. They'll just be like, "What's that?" Like my daughter in the back, and then
that's Uncle Matt.
That's Uncle Matt. Just fucking do skit scabbing.
Skit scat.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's funny.
I love that shit, man. That shit's hilarious. It's the best, man. You got loose on that.
Philip, would you say that would love a live of you two doing Evening Good? Philip, I love you, but what the fuck does that mean? That's got to be some British slang. So Philip is in the UK.
Evening Good.
It's like, hello, would love a live of you two doing Evening Good? Evening Good? Everything's good.
Everything's good? Yeah,
everything's good, governor.
Good. Oh, that's what you say. Yeah. Everything's good.
Yeah, would love a live of you two doing everything good.
Everything good? Yeah, everything good, mate.
All on my 6s and 7s, mate. Man, I love that. By the way, man, Philip and his family are some of the biggest supporters, bro. Like shit, like,
Philip.
You know how, like, bro, some days you're like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm a grown man. I'm writing lyrics about pussy right now. Like, what am I doing? And then you get a message. Someone's like, yo, this song changed my life. And like, and you're like,
shit.
Oh yeah,
you want to hear the craziest shit that ever happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so this brings me back because you just got your first tatty.
Yeah. Shout out to Mason Kuhn, dog.
Yeah.
First motherfucking tattoo, dude, man, that I know of. So But I'm assuming anyone that got it would tell me.
Yeah. So I remember someone got the home. Yeah. So I remember this dude got outside in the snow. The bar, like the
Shut the fuck up.
The wave files, where like if you got your phone and you put it like
Yeah,
it pops the song up.
the sound, yeah.
Yeah, he got that shit like on his arm.
When?
This was like
That. I'm gonna call that a second Matt and I tat. That's a Matt and I Mark Vasqueze tattoo.
That's a Matt and I Vasqueze tat.
You got a. That's that your first fan tat?
That was That's
my second.
Yeah, there it is.
No, I know. That's fucking crazy. All right, cool, man.
And I was just like, no way.
That's beautiful, dog. Yeah. I just got super excited.
You never know how a song's gonna hit.
When did that happen? They just told you about it?
No, this happened a long time ago.
The fuck? You never told me?
I don't think so. I think I just kept it for this
moment. It was meant to be. That's cool as shit. Yeah. All right.
I was waiting for you to get one. That
that was just a random fan?
That was
now I had two. I wouldn't have
had through one of my homies. He's like my homie. He's like a homie that
oh, okay, someone you know.
Daniel's homie that yeah, dude, his homie.
Okay, but like a close friend or like
yeah, he used to remember when we had that Upland. I had that Upland thing, Upland open mic. And I was doing the music.
The one you and Dan hosted. Yeah.
That's like around that time, right there. And it was Daniel's homie that like.
I had no idea.
Yeah, real tall. He plays guitar. He always sang like Amy Winehouse and shit.
White dude.
Kind of white. Yeah, he's white dude.
His homie from school, who
Yeah. He always come with him. It's I forgot his name. His name's yeah, something.
Oh, dude, I can't think of homie's name either. I love that guy.
Daniel. I think that's Daniel. Yeah.
He played guitar. Yeah. He was in Daniel's band. They did the Butthole song or whatever. Fuck that shit. The whole world's in your butthole or some shit.
Yeah.
Our homie had a punk band where like their big song was literally called like the whole world's in your butthole.
In your butthole. And the whole crowd would go like in your butthole.
In your butthole. But it was somehow deep
it was deep.
It would get deep as shit, you know, like it's weird. That was a weird one, but I love that shit.
Not in it would get deep. Yeah, it would get deep in a butthole song. And it was a good song. You could do it, kids. You could do it too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you could also write a song.
Leanne, why would you even say that?
About buttholes.
Yeah, about buttholes. And I appreciate it.
And have a whole crowd just sing along with you with it.
Yeah, man. Road to 500, 100%. Don't forget, if you haven't already, you know what I'm saying, do a super chat, do a super like, or just share it with your homie, or, you know what I'm saying, go listen to a Matt and I Mark Vasqueze song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're healthy. They're gluten-free. Yeah.
No,
they got some. No. They got some fucking...
All dietary restrictions, it will kill you.
Yeah, I think, exactly. That shit has
end your life.
Shit has fucking protein in it. Shit got a little Viagra in it.
All right. So let's do this, man. Let's go. Well, we could look through some beats because I know you didn't bring a guitar or anything, but we could also listen to some of your beats. Yeah. Or we can review some of our own tracks. How about this, man? Why don't y'all? What are some of your favorite Matt and I Mark songs, like where we collaborated together on some shit, and then we'll play it. Maybe talk about like what made us think of it or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all off the cusp.
Hey, I got those kicks.
Hey, Death Dealer in the building. Yeah, right. Ain't that shit cool? Thank you, homie.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I'm trying to up the game, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got out of my little funky depression where I didn't give a fuck how I dressed, and what's that DMX song? It's literally you saw it. Yeah. Saw it. Didn't keep my hair cut. Give a fuck how I dressed.
Yeah.
But yeah. Those are fly too, bro. But you're always killing it, man. You're always killing it. You're part of the motivation where I was like, I just need to get fly again, bro, or flyer at least. Flyer, you know?
Yeah.
Flyer, because I was grounded.
Yeah, I mean, there's a line. You know, you want to be.
Talk to God.
You want to look.
One of my favorites.
If you want to kill it, you know, you gotta look like you don't give a fuck, but like you want to look unhireable. You know.
All right, so I've been good.
So yeah, like.
So I've been.
But then there's a line though. That's why I said there's a line.
Yeah. Now, thin line.
Now, what's on the other line
from streetwear to homeless sheep.
Exactly. There's homelessness, right?
Like there's streetwear, and it's like, no, that guy's he's wearing that on this. He lives on the street.
Yeah, you want to just get fired. You don't want them to say like, "Here's
you never had a job.
Here's a number to a shelter." Like, you know.
Yeah.
Just
he's on unemployment, not he's begging outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's where I went. That's where I went.
Here's like, Jesus, lady, I'm not homeless.
You know what was a funny wake up call?
Have a house.
I went back into it. Like there was a moment where I was back on my shit. Everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? But then I went back. But anyway, so there was this moment when I was kind of in depression a couple years ago, right? And I just started releasing the music, which was kind of getting me out of the depression, because you know what it is, dog. My therapy, talking my shit, saying how I feel. People are liking that shit, which blew my fucking mind. But I'd pop on or not live. I'd like make a video with like a white T-shirt with like Mr. Black's hair all on it and coffee stains and shit.
Of course.
So one day I get a message from this fan. It's a good dude. I can't think of his name right now, which sucks. But I don't even know if he stayed on board and shit. I haven't heard from this dude in a while. But anyway, he hit me up. He's like, hey man, just wanted to say I love your music. One of the dopest rappers, whatever. And I'm all these compliments. I'm like, yo, thank you, man. Appreciate it, dog. I really appreciate it. And he goes, yeah, but why do you portray yourself like that? Like, is that on purpose? Or are you really out there coffee stains and cat hair on your fucking shirt? Because you deserve better. And I was like, God damn, dog.
What's hilarious?
And he's right, but he's right.
Yeah. What's hilarious is like,
yeah,
you after the stream, you do it. You actually take off your beanie. You take off this dirty shirt.
And I'm like in a fucking Gucci suit.
You hang up this dirty shirt, this like dirty stained shirt. That's like a prop. And then you just put on like a regular shirt, a regular blazer.
No, it'd be funnier if I was everything that I pretend to hate. Like take it off and I got like $1 million chain and like all this shit people brag about. I do in secret.
Exactly, and all this is
I put on some fucking like Juice WRLD
on
Gucci
a sheet,
man.
like that like Gatorade bottle, and that shit is just actually like stuck on the sheet. Like it's just like you just take it all off.
Juice WRLD was a bad example.
Yeah, you just take it all off like a sheet. Like, you know what I mean? like it was always a facade. Like
it's all crystal back there.
Your car.
Blackie is actually a panther. He's not a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all just stuck together. Everything's just.
I hit a button and my fucking the lemon downstairs turns into a phantom.
You just peel off your beard like just like a fake beard.
God, I wish that. I wish that was true.
Yeah, and then you just So believe it, guys. I see this guy all the time. He doesn't look like this. This motherfucker is fucking.
Shut up, bro.
Yeah, dude. This fool drives a Tesla. This fool, that
he works
car,
for Goldman Sachs.
You know that car that he has? That's all fucked up.
It's a prop.
Or whatever. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
he
man.
makes money off of driving that shitty
bro.
car.
First of all, someone's gonna believe that. Someone is gonna believe that shit. And then I do have to drive that shitty car, and people are still like, nah, that's all bullshit, bro. Yeah.
I told him there was no parking out here when I came.
He an industry.
I told him.
Someone said that to me one time. They sent a message on my shit. They're like, yo, you're an industry. What's that shit called? An industry plant. And I'm like, I haven't eaten in 3 days.
You know how I found parking here in downtown LA?
This ain't downtown either, bro. This is USC.
Yeah, no, that's not what my. If I put a picture right now on fucking, picture the location downtown LA, like right there.
It's right. It's right there. It's right
downtown LA. So,
it's bad here, but it ain't Skid Row, dog.
Yeah,
don't disrespect.
Well, downtown LA is awesome. I mean, it's like there's a lot of nice places, not like direct. There's a lot of bad places near nice places. That's how LA works. That's the whole point of LA is. There's dope they want to see the homeless from their skyrise, like, you know what I mean?
I do believe that, dog. When I first moved here, I was like, how do they live like that?
Motivated.
Yeah, no, they step out of their $1 million shit and then step over.
The nicest hotel I've ever been to, like a wedding, was like right there downtown LA. It's the Olympic. It's called the Olympic Hotel, I'm pretty sure, and it's like fucking stupid floors. Like every floor is like a professional like sport of whatever they're doing. So like one level's like just like professional swimmers. You have like Olympic swimmers.
Like the floor is
like basketball or whatever.
How many Olympic swimmers are there that constantly keep that floor?
Enough, but they have weddings and shit. And me and my wife stayed the night there.
It's like Morgan Freeman shows up. It's like, I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. Right, if you ain't a professional swimmer, you go up to the actors section.
Right when you walk out, it's like Gotham City, bro. Like right as soon as you walk out, it's insanity. So you fucking just go to your parking garage and just come out, like,
bro. I was driving around one day and I was pretty much by Skid Row, and I remember this literally, I don't know, maybe a fan of some Rolls Royce type of the big ass one where like a chauffeur drives you. Just kind of passes right by me pretty quickly, and I remember thinking, like, the fuck are they doing out here? Yeah. They make a right turn and go down this little tunnel that looked like the shittiest whatever. The garage opened up, and when it opened up, you could see the chandelier in their parking garage and a beautiful white floor and shining from the. And then it closed, and it was back to like I'm back to hell.
Back to hell.
Yeah.
Back to hell you go.
But honestly, bro, a lot of them live in hell, dog. They live in hell.
Yeah.
To even be the kind of person where like you want to spend like $20 million on an apartment, knowing there's homeless people outside and it smells like shit in the morning.
Yeah.
You got to be a certain kind of evil.
You gotta be a certain kind of evil.
Sometimes I talk to God. Leanne said, sometimes I talk to God.
Sometimes I talk to God.
So I will say that song is a great... I got a few stories for that. Number one, originally the concept was, you know, everybody asks God for help. I mean, it's obvious. It's in the chorus, right? Everyone asks God for help when they need it. But then what happens when everything's straight? You know, then you leave them alone and wait till you need them again. So that was kind of the concept. Mm-hmm. And then the first time we did it, you know, I hear him singing the lyrics. Because that one I wrote before you came, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of those. Because me and Mark work two different ways. Sometimes I'll write something, I'm like, yo, this is my song, but I need Mark to sing the chorus. Yeah. And normally you'll add a bridge or, you know, you'll tweak it or whatever. But that song was that, I wrote that shit. And then when I heard him singing it, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. But what's funny is I put all my energy really into that chorus, writing that chorus. So the verses were like weak as shit. Remember the first chorus? It was like, I'm me by myself, sign on the dotted line. I'm a giant, standing 5'9", something. I don't remember. But the point is, it was kind of egotistical shit, right? It wasn't as good as the chorus. So that song sat on the shelf for like a year. Right, at least a year. And then one day I was doing a writing session, and I was gathering all my songs, and I found an unfinished file in my notes. Remember that shit? And I got super excited. So Mark's shit is done. I wrote 2 verses to it. Song is finished. Every time I hear the song, kind of like with Birds in the Sky, except Birds in the Sky, I haven't gotten to that second step yet. Every time I heard the song, I would tear up. It was like, yo, this is something fucking special. And then I'd hear my verse. It's just I and I, me by myself, sign on the dotted line. I'm a giant. What the fuck? So eventually I called Mark and I'm like, bro, I'm redoing that song. I rewrote it. And then I don't know if you were there when I redid it. You were probably there. I don't know. At least at some point. Maybe it was early in the day I did it and then you came later or some shit. But either way, I redid the lyrics. And then the second I redid the lyrics, we kept Mark. You didn't have to do anything. Like the hook was perfect. And I redid the 2 verses, and immediately it was like, this is one of my favorite fucking songs. And I told Indy, everything else we're doing for the post production, drop it, mix and master this motherfucker. And I put that shit out like the following Friday, and the rest is history. And I think even you were like, yo, I forgot about that fucking song.
Yeah, that shit was dope, man. I think like when I was in the studio, I just had to find the right way to deliver. And sometimes it's like that. You gotta get into a little. That
might be one of my favorite performances from you.
Yeah, where like you have to really drift off, man. Like you just fucking close your eyes and you like, you know, you.
No, you could tell you were feeling that shit.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that was super crazy, and that's why that's when the studio counts. Like that's when the space counts and the room and the closed offness. You know, like it's just like you and that fucking dragon. You know. And like,
but that's the thing I think
like
about.
In the dark, in the fucking, you can really get into a good space.
Not to tap myself on the shoulder, but I feel like relatable lyrics that's what it's about, right? Like you know, like I'm sure you felt that exact same way. You're a deep dude, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, dude, like
you could tell in your performance that like you felt every word.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think that's the whole point of like, you know, hearing when people like could hear the vulnerability and the like way you want to tell that message, like, you know, and sometimes it does like sometimes you don't even know how you're going to react when you're saying these words, because you could write a verse and then go into the studio and then have a different reaction that like has a different tone in your voice where it could change up, you know. I've seen everyone do it. I mean, I've seen you do it. We do it where like you totally like, let's sing it, let's do it, but like in this voice.
Yeah, for sure.
Like because there's a singing, and then there's like, because my favorite is the playful singing. It's something like I can't do because I'm like a singer, but like as someone that doesn't sing, they sing. They don't know that they have the capability to have the dopest type of singing, like that sing along that like everyone could sing with, like it's like a playful shower sing, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, and it sounds cool because it gives that I don't give a fuck off of the voice, you know, kind of like Mac Miller kind of has that little bit, you know what I mean? Because like he's not a singer, but he can like get the point across.
Yeah,
like
100%.
that's what's cool with.
I'm
like,
the same way when it comes to vocals. Like I'm no way am I a fucking singer.
Yeah, it has that like singing ability, but I love that though, and I think it's hard for like, you know, from outside the box to see someone like that's something that's dope to person when you're trying to be like, I'm around singers, you know what I'm saying, and like trying to, but like you could do something that we can't do when it comes to like that joyful, just happy place, like,
you know what helped me open up in that kind of shit.
Yeah.
For me to do the play singing is because for me it's like if you don't sing as good as Mariah Carey and you use auto-tune, you shouldn't even be a singer. Why are you doing that? And I know that's 99% of the world, but that's always been my thought. And I'm like, so how dare I feel like that and then me start singing on some shit, right? Yeah. But I would say maybe like 10 years ago, you know how I did the acting shit. Yeah. And when I was younger, I did a lot of like musical theater just because that's first of all, it's fucking dope. I don't care what anybody says. And it was an easy opportunity as an actor to get experience and shit. And I remember like some of the first few like shits that I did, I would see the real singers that would come in, oh, what a beautiful summer. And it's like they're going up and down. And it's like, whoa. So then when it came time to do the song shit, it was like, no, I'm the funny guy. Yeah. All right. Or I'm the bad guy. But if there's a bad guy song, let me not do it. Well, eventually I ended up getting that back.
I'm going to steal your purse.
Yeah. This purse is mine now. It is. This purse is mine now. It is. That's literally, but so check it out. So I end up booking this role off of this shit where like I knew I get there, I go to this audition, and I've never done an audition before, and this is a real musical theater audition where you show up and there's a woman or a man or whoever, there's somebody with a piano that's your accompaniment, and then you do a song. I've never done that before, never done it since. Because that's not the type of shit that I go for or do. I'm going to get blown out of the water by, like, motherfuckers. Anyway, but this one I was right for somehow. That's how they knew. So I go there, and I was like, oh, hold on. Like, I thought this was all dialogue. I thought it was just rhymey. I was like, I rap and I do poetry. So I was like, yo, this is like rhymey dialogue. I could do this. And they're like, well, yeah, it is. It's rhymey dialogue to the music that lady's going to be fucking playing. And then you fucking do it. So anyway, so I did it the same way I rehearsed it, but now on beat, which obviously I can do, but I can't sing. I booked the part, and I'm like, fuck, you know. So anyway, the director of that thing one day came up to me and he goes, because I told him, I was like, oh, I can't sing for shit, and he goes, bro, you would never get hired to sing. There's amazing singers here to sing. Half of the people that are gonna do it's his, right? Those motherfuckers have amazing voices. Yeah. All you have to do is talk your shit, swag the fuck out in your character on timing. That's theater. That's theater singing. Right? There's also, you know, anyway, my point is like that confidence, like smoking and drinking. Yeah. The song I just did, right? Sometimes I'm smoking and I'm drinking and I really get to thinking, right? Yeah. That's a mix of my poetry.
But that's all,
But that's got
melody.
It's got melody in it, right? Yeah. But my point is I was scared of melody. That's my point. Is I was scared of melody, not because I didn't know melody, not because I didn't hear melodies.
And melody wasn't a fat chick from Pennsylvania.
No, I've had a few of those melodies. I've had some fine melodies. Actually, let me not even make that. I've never been with a girl named Melody. The only melody I can think of is my niece. So stop. We'll just throw that out. But that was a good joke.
I like that.
Shout out to the Melody.
Yeah.
Well, so check this out. I forgot what I was saying. Because I was like, yeah, I fucked a melody. And then the only melody I could think of is like my fucking child. And I immediately felt disgusted. I feel disgusted now. What were you just saying though? Melody, motherfucking. Here's my point. I wasn't scared of melody. I get melody. That's why we write music. But I felt like it'd be disrespectful for me to involve myself in melodies. For sure. I would need you to come on to do.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of where
you even help push me out of that sometimes.
Yeah, because it's like might as well just get your demo take and then we'll kind of just play off of that because
that's how you trick me. Really, is what you do.
And I'll just slowly whittle away my voice.
So actually, it's funny we just talked about this because it's like I'm talking to somebody who knows this shit more than anybody. So there's been a lot of times where I've written something. And I'll kind of like say, hey Mark, this is what I'm thinking. I want you to sing it, and I'll perform it, but I won't perform it in Mark's range because I won't even attempt it. I just let Mark will figure it out. I sing it in the range that I can, And almost 9 times out of 10, he'll be like, bro, go in the studio and do that. You're good. And I'll be like, nah, bro, I need you to sing it. This needs a singer, whatever. He'll be like, you sound great. You really need to do that. You're putting a certain emotion into it. You should do it. And then at some point, he'll fucking lie to me. He'll be like, nah, bro, check it out. I just want a reference, dog. Like, go in there and do your best. You know what I'm saying? But I just want a reference, homie, you know, because then I'm going to hear how you did it, and then I'll do it right. Because you don't want me to do it differently. And then I'll be like, all right, cool, yeah, homie. All right, let me do a reference. But I know he ain't going to. I know it's done. He might throw a background vocal in that bit. Yeah, harmony or something.
Or some shit. But, yeah, mostly it's all...
So I still struggle with that,
yeah.
I guess, actually.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to get over. I mean, like...
Well, not if I had a voice like you, motherfucker. I wouldn't need to get over that.
Man, it's like...
I wouldn't even put clothes on in the morning.
I wouldn't even...
I would just walk outside and people would be like, your dick's out, you're naked. I'd be like, is it though?
Is it though?
Is it really
Is it
out?
coming out of my pants?
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
I don't even got
Everyone would be
pants. I don't even got boxes on.
Honestly, and most of the people be like, it's weird. Don't look at, just don't look down. But we're all cool with it because he really makes the neighborhood feel good.
And I'm just doing my part as a singing man.
Did I recently and I don't like my.
You know what's the funniest?
Still don't like. Did I recently and I don't like my.
You know what's the funniest
still don't like my
thing that's
performance on
like
that shit.
hilarious about Big Booty?
What's that?
Is that the whole reason why it waited